You know, you're not the first dragon I've talked to.
Alright, let's talk about Villentretenmerth. That good? Any native Polish speakers? Villentretenmerth. Let's start off with that. Let's start off with the pronunciation because it took me quite some time to just get this guy's name down, and I think I've done it all on my own. I haven't listened to any, audio Google voice tell me how to do it because it's not out there, but even if it were, I wouldn't have used it. Break it down here. Vil, all together now, all together. Vil, N, Tret, just say Tret. Tret and Mirth. Villentretenmerth. Alright, we got that down. Now you can just call him Bork, because that's his human name, and you can refer to him either way. Villentretenmerth is an enormous golden dragon in the Witcher series. Something that most people in the Witcher universe don't think exists anymore because most of the dragons are dead. That's why dragons don't really play a huge role in any of the Witcher world, aside from one, which we'll get to her. I know you're thinking of her right now, if you know about her. So, Bork 3 Jackdaws, how does he get that name? What does that tie into? Well, Villentretenmerth actually means 3 black birds. So when you take it to Bork 3 Jackdaws, jackdaws actually being birds, now you get the link. Villentretenmerth meaning 3 blackbirds links into his human name, Bork 3 Jackdaws, kind of like anybody's first name, middle name, last name. Who is this character? Who is Bork? Besides being a human disguised, or actually a dragon disguised as a human, what does he do? Well, he's a knight. He's a knight that travels around with 2 Zaracanian warrior women as companions, these 2 being Taya and Vea. I believe that's how you pronounce their names, although that's not actually their names. It's kind of irrelevant, but just for the sake of it, their real names are Zaracanian names that no northern people can pronounce, so they changed their names to Taya and Vea to allow people to be able to pronounce their names easier. Bork refers to these 2 girls as his weapons. I sort of look at their relationship like they keep Bork from turning into Villentretenmerth, from turning into a dragon. He's a knight, so he's getting into conflict. It's just going to happen, and anyone in the Witcher world is going to get into conflict. And if a group of bandits attack Bork and he can't handle them in his human form, he'll be forced to turn into a giant golden dragon and destroy everything. And also just force him to leave the area. Humans hate dragons in the Witcher series because they don't know what they are. They're afraid of them. Even though they are sentient beasts, they don't realize what the situation is. So to keep him from doing that, he has 2 very skilled warriors at his side so that he can handle most conflicts without turning into Villentretenmerth. So now that we know who he is and what his character is, what's his relationship with Geralt? Because Geralt is obviously the main character of the Witcher series. Where's the link here? After Geralt completes a Witcher quest, as we do in the games and as he does in the books, and that's where this is from, a short story, he runs upon Villentretenmerth. Now, the point of conflict comes whenever Yennefer, we all know who that is, wants Geralt to kill Villentretenmerth. Not for malicious reasons or that she has anything against dragons, but Villentretenmerth has a substance within him that can create a medicine to cure her infertility. We know witchers are infertile, as the same for sorceresses. They cannot have children. So, to fix this, Yennefer wants Geralt to kill him. Geralt considers the option pretty heavily, especially after talking to Dandelion, who sort of talks him into it with his persuasions. Geralt is ready to kill Villentretenmerth. He's going to try, at least. In the end, he doesn't, though. They end up making amends, and Villentretenmerth never knows the better. He doesn't know that Yennefer wanted him dead for these reasons, and he doesn't know that Geralt was going to try to kill him. In the end, he just thinks that they were meant for each other and seems pretty happy about it. I think this is kind of interesting and says a lot about his character because when you look at the Gwent image of Villentretenmerth, specifically in the Gwent game, and I'll have it up on screen, it's actually probably going to be in the thumbnail, it's a very intimidating, daunting looking image of this character. Whenever I first saw it, I thought this dude is like the Smaug of the Witcher series. He's a bad motherfucker. He's the bad dragon. Turns out not to be the case at all. He's just a knight. He's a decent guy, a good man, and not the beast that the images may lead us to believe. I always thought that was kind of interesting because the thing that drew me to the character past just a Gwent card was that image and depiction of him. Turns out he's a good human being and a good dragon as well. So now here's the most interesting link, the coolest thing about Villentretenmerth, I think, is that he is Saskia's adopted father. We all know Saskia from The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, from Upper Aedirn. This is her father, adopted father.
You met my father, Villentretenmerth, known also as Bork Three Jackdaws.
I thought he couldn't have children.
He thought so as well.
Polymorphing. Did you get that from him?
Just a hint of it. I can only assume one human form. He could transform into anyone he liked.
You also don't have his quickness and reflexes, and I don't think I saw a single golden scale on you.
Nor do I have his moustache or paunch. Sorry to disappoint you.
Professional curiosity. Forgive me.
Weird thing. So, her mother is a dragon known as Mirktabraka. This is Villentretenmerth's mate, but it's not actually his child. Something went on there. Mirktabraka was getting slutty. She was cheating around. Because Saskia is not actually Villentretenmerth's daughter. It's Mirktabraka's daughter who's Vill's mate, but that doesn't really link up. She's the Dragon of Bearfield. Now, Saskia we could do a whole other video on. She's entirely separate, but at the end of the day, I just thought this character was really cool and interesting, especially because the only time we see him in the darn game is through a Gwent card. That's it. That's all we get, and he's in a short story. I thought he needed more looking into because he seems like such a badass character. He's a giant dragon, and we don't really see dragons in the Witcher universe. You know, Saskia, and then this guy in a Gwent card. And there is Mirktabraka, who's also in the standalone Witcher game, but there's not enough to go on her really. She's just Saskia's mother, as far as I'm concerned. But Villentretenmerth, there's actually a story behind him, and an interesting little tale to it all. Other than that, we don't really have anything on Villentretenmerth. That's as far as the tale goes. Maybe in another Witcher game, if there ever is one, we could possibly see him. Maybe, kinda, I don't know. Probably not. But he was interesting enough, and I started looking into him and thought I could make a video out of it because I haven't seen any other videos really depicting this character. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.
Where is Bork these days?
Who can know that? He taught me what he thought I should know and flew off yonder. It's the dragon's way. And he gave me my name.
Synthesis, if I heard right.
I prefer being Saskia.